So you're gonna be a what? An artist or what?
A photographer. Hopefully.
Ah. Watertight compartments, because the more watertight compartments you have, you know, if you were hit by a bomb or something or a torpedo, the ship would stay afloat. You know, with a portion of compartments that were watertight, because all the compartments had latches on it and it had a rubber seal on it, and they didn't level with the floor. There was probably 10 inches or a foot above each compartment. So this way, if water got in, it could handle a certain level of water. But you know, if you didn't maintain the water tightness on a compartment, then it would fill up and the ship would either capsize or sink. So that was important, you know, the watertight compartments at all time, and that's what was my department was in charge of. No, well, we had a lot of situations where we had one time we went general quarters, those enemies, like in Guadalcanal, there was 120 jet planes has attacked at us. Because we used to go from Noumea, which is an island south of, I don't know what island it was. Well, anyway, we used to refuel, deliver oil to that port and aviation fuel, because some of those islands had airports, you know, for military airport. So we would deliver it, and the officers sometimes, you know, they got tired of, you know, going general quarters, you know, one town after another and that. So I think something where we were at general quarters for something like 30-something hours, you know, just day after day, you know, overnight we'd just be at general quarters. You would have to, they'd serve you eating while you were at general quarters. You didn't sit down in the mess hall to eat. You know, you just got something on the run. Then they come around with coffee, you know, to keep you awake. And I never forget, one of the guys says, "Look at this spoon." He said, "The spoon is standing up in the coffee. The coffee is so old, it's gelled. And they said that's, everybody complains that that's going to keep you awake, that mush. No, I'm glad it's over with, but it was a stupid war. Believe me, stupid war. When you stop and think, you know, see, this is it. The moonshine and the guys. Look how many gallons of mesh. The guy went to Leavenworth. He lived on our block on Shaw. He had a sub-basement under the basement, you know, just 2 floors. There's a lot of stuff isn't here that is. Yeah, I remember when I was growing up, a circus at the arena. I must have been probably 7, 8 years old, and that circus moved in, and they had I remember my dad took me, and they had a guy, they had a ramp, you know, I don't know how, probably 3, 4 stories high, and then at the bottom it had a loop, and the guy come down with a bicycle done a little bit, flipped, and then went off the other side. Yeah, this is what these gliders were built at the arena. They were using World War I or World War II at the beginning of the. And this is one of the guys, and a mare was killed. Mare decided to ride the first one, you know, that came out of the factory, and it crashed, and he got killed. The mayor of St. Louis. See, the gliders were built, what they did, they put personnel in there, and they were paratroopers. And a large plane would tow it, and then they would, instead of the large plane, you know, with a motor flying into the enemy area, when they got close to the enemy area, the glider would be loaded with paratroopers. So they would glide in, they wouldn't hear the plane in their area. So that's when they jumped, you know, in the silent.